overall yesterday I was trying to say in previous videos that it's the punishment found just narrow for extreme bats India runners. Let me explain a few more things. Let me say a few more things in new modern world as the problems that they're running are consistently airing in. Actually, that first starts from the pet content dynamics and pet society representation, segregation, pushed to all billion, in fact, to hurt internet. That is the first thing that is done by them as the bad dynamics to world population, world the whole 10 billion people. And there are certain I was describing things that now actually as ALM that to me those are personally gonna be problem in instantly fixing all social problems, instantly doing the natural change to the world that becomes the social change. Let me continue with those problems. I have first told you one of them is that the post bad content dynamics, bad society representation, segregation dynamics to all 10 billion people to hurt internet very badly. As actually internet nowadays becomes the each movement communication tool and each things driving thing. So that bad content dynamics is the first thing posed to hurt. That becomes problem to me as well from them. And another second problem what they gave to me was physical weaknesses, which is actually like even in 2000 when I was just 16-year-old. From that time only they have been trying the process. In order to try process, they pushed the physical weaknesses to me for the inbox moral combat wins for sure. Those are actually though lifelong problems. Those are unsolvable problems, and I think that first problem also of the bad content dynamics is post is also that also looks the eternal kind of problem. Third problem to me what has happened is as I'm 36-year-old, what they have paid to me, what they have given to me is the sex weaknesses. Sex weaknesses, those are by now those are the problems, and there are, as I have said this, now I have started to speaking asking working nations people that to call my phones. So their problem is now I start sharing with there is now share with them. Means I start sharing with them. Means it's just me, dad who is, means I start sharing that with them as a social. What I say, I was talking about their holder of a natural change, social problem, social change, that thing. That's okay. Let's go ahead with the. Let me tell you the fourth problem. What they are happening to me. That is actually the financial trauma they had been giving throughout my life frame of 36 years to all our pedigree, because those for their past tries. This is what they do for, because they do financial trauma for trying their pauses. That is a level changeable thing, and as per my knowledge, even those working nation can instantly change that, but in them only. So they are that problem also for me as well. And fifth and most serious problem what they have done by having had put all prior credentials is the PR problem with those socialists, with those global politicians. For their what Indians would have to do show very serious credentials of executing punishment on all their staffs, all staffers, to turn their wrong appearance into any correct side of appearance, so that they stop practicing indignity and those related things, and start thinking towards any correct appearance and any correct human things that 10 billion common human beings practice. So that what I say, their world politics develops. So world politics start thinking of putting disregard towards them, we're a little away from them. So the world politics starts putting disregard away from them. Means prior to their credential, if they don't at all show in their geography, if they do keep on showing other kind, then world politicians, socialists won't at all be going towards the plus side of having any regard towards them, and the world developments would go on failing sides. That is that thing what they have to do for that. And another personal problems what they had done to me is the periphery problems. What they do is, in that they apply personal rules for attempting their process. They use or environments as well, like pair content dynamics is pushed into the internet portion. Same thing there, applying environmental polls, even social polls, and even personal polls. Those are periphery problems what they do to me, as well as their as me to hurt for there as well. Also, in fact, solution kind of thing to their problem also is that they have to show same execution credential to think truth and honesty. Prior one, what I said for string credential to PR problems, or so plus that they have to put their kind of credential. For this, they have to put credential in front of truth and honesty. For first in front of truth, it's like there, and these are actually six serious problems which they have done in the most modern and most efficient era of the problem solving to ALM dead actually, and social problems that remains the social problems. And I have talked about that as well, that the territory life frame also has been prolonged for several centuries by development hurt by that as well. In fact, by there only there comes in business, because social problems becomes monstrous. What I just said, they have pushed society to more than 75% of malnutrition. Only 5% females are fed. Even less than 5% female are well fed in the country in country India, whereas working nations have taken that towards up to 50%. It's that thing. It's like that thing. World operating in two different sides, like work or cinema. That matters. That only means that is actually means that from being problem side, they would have to show put credentials to what I said, to those two things, to truth and to truth and honesty. Prior to that, they will remain that thing only. Means problem only in work versus singing things. They keep playing as the second thing.